What do you do if you want to get close to people, you want to go dating, but you're scared of holding hands?
This is Cathy from IntimacyDojo.com.
This is Reid from ReidAboutSex.com.
Yeah.
And it can be scary. Like, if you're not comfortable with something, and I honestly remember when I was very uncomfortable holding hands because I wasn't sure if my hand was too sweaty or I was holding too long or too hard or too, like, I didn't know what to do. And so I'd get really nervous and I'd want to pull my hand away as soon as I could because I was pretty sure I was doing a bad job. Mm-hmm. The first thing is see if you can learn that you don't have to hold hands. Because anytime we have to do something, I felt like I had to. That makes it a lot less fun. So if you can, just like, maybe you can say holding hands isn't for me right now. You don't have to. I felt the same way about kissing when I was first dating again. And I would tell people, I don't want to kiss right now. It's something that's very intimate for me, and I have to know someone really well. And I was really terrified the first few times I said it. But when people were like, oh, okay, they might have thought it was strange, but they respected it. I felt so much more...
They thought you were strange anyway. After the date, after getting to know you, you're still strange.
Thank you.
But you're the awesome kind of strange. And the idea of just talking openly about what's going on is a strange concept in relationships or dating, especially because people are afraid they're going to ruin it.
Yeah.
And so no one speaks up. So when you start speaking up about stuff, it might feel like you're going to ruin everything. My personal opinion, I would rather ruin it by speaking up because what you gain by speaking up is that if you don't ruin it, everything's so much better.
And you're role modeling that you can have this amazing, like you can talk about what you're actually feeling.
And you start talking about the elephants in the room for you and for the other person because they obviously have whatever their thing is that's going on that they're not comping to.
Yeah.
So my advice in this situation, if you want to really explore the hand stuff, and again, like this is simple, but it's not necessarily easy to implement, but it gets easier as you practice it, is like, hey, I have a thing that I'm going through around hand-holding. What are your thoughts about hand-holding? Here are mine. And then you open up a conversation about that. You could even be, if you're super geeky like me, is like, hey, like I have a lot of weirdness around hand-holding. Could we practice hand-holding right now just to get it over with? Yeah. And then kind of like, let's practice hand-holding horribly.
Yeah, so let's make it really sweaty.
Can we make it all, can we just make it as awkward as possible and see? But now, you may never date me ever again, but we just got over something, although I might have traumatized Cathy. But I'm not advocating you have to do what I just did.
Please don't do that.
But this is the thing, you just make the thing that's already a thing, a thing that's out in the open.
Yeah.
And use it as a way of being honest and vulnerable with each other. And it really does get easier as you practice this because what will usually start to happen is you'll realize, oh, they have stuff going on their side too. And then you just start talking about all the awkward stuff.
Yeah.
And then in getting it out there, it feels more awkward and dangerous.
But it's actually safer.
But yeah, there's a much bigger release and more playfulness, and then you're role modeling it's okay to be awkward. And so now, on your date or whatever, you're good at being awkward together.
Yeah.
Get there faster than trying to take baby steps of awkward that just drive you both crazy, and you never actually say what's actually happening.
And if someone should grab your hand before you've had a chance to have that conversation, you can do something like if they just take your hand.
Like that? God, this is a horrible video.
If they take your hand. Oh, that was sweet. If they take your hand, you can say something, oh, that's really sweet, and I don't feel comfortable holding hands. You can acknowledge them for the intention, because then they won't feel so rejected. Yeah. And then just you can just gently disengage.
And you can also say hey, just so you know, I have this thing about hands. Can I talk to you? Can we geek out about it? I use the phrase geek out about it because in this culture, a lot of people kind of get that that's a good thing. Geeking is a good thing.
As opposed talking can be bad.
Yeah, and so can we geek out about this? I'm having this whole hand thing. hey, let's watch this video that's all about hand holding. And then you show them this video, and then they think we're way more weird than you ever could be, and then you're ahead of the game. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Just keep this on your favorites, on your phone. You're good.
Thanks so much for asking. I know some of these questions are really vulnerable because people think, we act like hand holding should be natural. Little kids do it. But it's not always, and I really appreciate you asking.
Yeah, me too. And you can leave some comments about alternatives to hand holding. What would be some other things for you?
Ear holding?
Ear holding would be great. I mean, you just do the arm thing.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of things that are there, and if you start talking about them, now you're having a conversation and role modeling. It's okay to be awkward about stuff.
Yeah.
Good job. Great questions. I am sorry that I hit your hand. I hope it wasn't too hard.
You're fine.